let's go. Go ahead. All right, go ahead. Let's clap it up, man. Let's get it started. Go ahead. We the Isupk, the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. Of course, you understand, we teach the truth about the Bible and dispel the lies and the myths that have come out, that's proliferated out of the Christian church. You understand, and has failed, the Christian church has failed Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians as a people since we've been brought over here on cargo slave ships, man. You understand? So we coming back under the name of the Most High to teach our people the truth of the Bible, of our culture, our heritage, you understand, and just how we're supposed to be living as a people according to the Most High, man. And we're going to give me Zephaniah chapter 2 and verse 1. We're going to start right here. This is a very heavy scripture that I always start off with because it's damn near one of the most important scriptures in this Bible. Because contrary to popular belief, even though we are as a people and we lived amongst one another for 400 years here in America, we have not understood what it meant to be a brother or a sister to a sister or a brother to another brother. We have not understood what it meant to love one another as we love ourselves. Right. You understand? In the Christian church, we love to pull it. We love to say it, but we do not live these Bibles when we're in the Christian churches. We don't live these scriptures when we're living in the Muslim mosque or in the Christian church, whatever ideology that we've been, you understand, and worshiping under. We've been living up under what that pastor teaches, and what your pastor teaches is how to hate your brother. That's right. Your pastor teaches how to hate your sister, man. You understand? They do not teach us as a people how we're going to fix the conditions of, you understand, the poverty that we're in, the onslaught, the manslaughter that the white man's been putting on us, the rape, the murder, the stealing, the lies that the white man has put on us, man, the oppression that he's put on us. They don't teach us how to get up out of that, man. They don't teach us how to get up out of hell, and that's because they're not teaching you the Bible. When this Bible is supposed to teach you how to protect and save your people, man. You understand? Well, so get that for me.
The book of Zephaniah, chapter 2 and verse 1. Mm-hmm. Gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together, O nation, not desired.
Gather yourselves together, O nation, not desired. This is talking to and about only Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, man. That's right. This is only talking about the lost 12 tribes of Israel, man. This is only talking about God's chosen people. And it's telling us to gather ourselves together. Why? Because we are the nations of people that is being slaughtered on this earth, man. We're the only nation of people who do not have a name that we were given, that we gave ourselves. We're the only nation of people that does not have a land, that doesn't have a government system, you understand, or protection. We're the only nation of people that lack in these things, man, because we're the nation of people that's not desired. So the scripture is telling us to come back together, man. Stop being separated in all of these disgusting churches, man, and thousands of denominations, man. Stop being Bloods and Crips and MS-13s and Latin Kings, right, and 5%ers, man. Stop being in Christianity and in Islam and in Buddhism and Pan-Africanism and being all these kind of different religions, man. We need to learn to come back together under Christ.
That's right.
We need to learn to come back together and learn how to serve the Most High again. You understand? And the Christian church is not teaching you that. The Christian church is teaching you to stay separated. Right. They're teaching you to stay in the church that you're at. They're teaching you that everybody got a little bit of the truth. You understand? And we'll never come together that way, and we'll never be able to stand up to this oppressor while we're doing that. Why? Because when we're separated, you understand, the oppressor is picking us off and has been picking us off as being one since we've been over here in America, man. It's been very prevalent in his way of destroying us, man. We got certain people believing in one thing and then certain people believing in another. And then because we can't come together, the oppressor is able, the white man is able to come together on his belief. You understand? He's able to come together on what he believes, right, through his democracy. You understand? Through his political systems, through his army. You understand? Whatever the heads of this kingdom say, you understand, the rest of America will follow. And that's white America. So if they say we're going to oppress the Puerto Ricans in New York, then that's what they'll do. They say we're going to oppress the niggas in the ghettos, then that's what they'll do. And the rest of America will follow. The problem is who's going to speak for black people?
Right.
Who is in the black community saying we're going to boycott these Chinese restaurants because they want to eat dog and cat and bat and mongoloids?
Right.
Who is telling us who we're going to sustain from conjoining with? Nobody. Your Christian pastor is telling you to love every goddamn thing except each other. You understand? Keep reading.
Sorry. The book of Zephaniah, chapter 2 and verse 2. Before the decree bring forth, before the day pass as the chaff, before the fierce anger of the Lord. Before the fierce anger of the Lord, man. We living in the times right now where you seeing the anger of the Lord just coming out on this earth, man. Right. You seeing the plagues, you seeing the locusts, you seeing the COVID-19, this kung flu that everybody is scared to death of, man. You seeing it, the water. You seeing it happen, man. And you seeing your pastors run scared, man. Right. You seeing them run and hide in their houses and in $8 million houses that they done bought with your money and quarantining themselves, leaving you out to dry. You understand? You want to go and figure out from the Lord, what is this? You want to figure out, is COVID-19 a plague from the Most High? Is these locusts in Africa, are these plagues, is these locusts sent from the Most High? You want to know these questions, but you can't go to your pastor and ask him, man. That's right. Your pastor's left you high and dry, man, out to die. You understand? And that's why it's so important that these men up under Commander General Yohana, we stay open, man. We stay going to camp. We stay having these classes open, man, because this is essential business to Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, right? Whether they know it or not. This is essential business, man. This is the most important thing that can stay open, man, is how to survive the coronavirus, man. Not with no goddamn face mask and hand sanitizer, right? But how to make the Lord stop it, man. How to make sure that you are not going to be a victim of the plagues, man. As a matter of fact, finish that out, and then get me hold on, start from the top, finish that. I'm gonna get it for you. Come on. Verse 2. Before the decree bring forth, before the day pass as the chaff, before the fierce anger of the Lord come upon you. Before the fierce anger of the Lord come upon you. What's going on? Shalom on Christ. You understand? Drop that. Give me Revelations chapter 18 and verse 4. Come on. Read it when you get it. The book of Revelation, chapter 18 and verse 4. Remember, the Most High said, come back together, man. Before the decree of the Lord is upon you, man. Before the fierce anger of the Lord, before the Lord destroys this place, man. We got to come back together under Christ, man. Right, that's right. Understand? Because we up in here living up in the households, we living in the communities of the white man, following his religions, following his holidays and his democracy and thinking that we have for a leader. We follow up under what the white man believes to be true. And you don't understand one thing, that the Lord hates the so-called white man. That's right. The Lord hates that oppressor for the crimes that he's committed to the Lord's chosen people, man. The Lord is a just father, man. And the Lord created all of us. But when you have a group of people being bullies, man, being just disgusting, murderous monsters to every other nation of people on the earth, you have to ask yourself, if the Lord is just, how long will he allow this to happen? If the Lord is just, how can he not have the white man pay for his crimes, man? Right. You understand? Because even America believes in judgment. Even America believes in the right, you understand, to get payback, man. What happened when ISIS, the Middle Easterners went and bombed them Twin Towers, man? What America do? Did they just say that the Lord said to forgive, to turn the other cheek? Did they do that? Nah. They clipped up them stealth bombers and they went to Iran, wherever they went over there in the Middle East, and they bombed them to piss, man. That's right. Because they understand what it means for your people to do something against my people. Now we got to get something in return. You understand? Blood for blood. They believe in that, man. And America claims, you understand, America is supposed to be what kind of country? Christian. When you go to court, you swearing on what? The Bible. Right. America claims to be Christian. You understand? But America does not follow that Bible at all, man. They do not follow after what Christ taught, man. And this is what Christ told us to do. Keep reading.
The book of Revelations, chapter 18 and verse 4.
Mm-hmm.
And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people.
And the voice from heaven is saying, come out of her, my people. You understand? This is talking to every Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indian, man. And it's talking about America, man. That white power, man, that superpower that America has been pushing on us is telling us to come out of her, man. What does that mean? What does it mean to come out of America? Who could break that down? Yanazar.
To not participate in their culture, in their holidays, and not to follow their ways.
Right.
Not to follow after their customs.
Right. Because when you follow after what America follows, you become what? An American. You understand? We gotta stop being so simple.
That's right.
We gotta stop being so dumb. You understand, here in America, and to believe in that. You understand that America was built for us. It was not built for you, man.
Right.
And the Most High is going to deal with America. And at the time of judgment, you can't just separate yourself from America once it's too late. You understand? When Iran went and was everybody was scared. World War III. The Iranians, man, them goddamn them Persians. They about to go to war with America. What was everybody saying on Twitter, on Instagram, on Facebook? I ain't American. I ain't got nothing to do with this. Don't bomb me to piss. This ain't got nothing to do with me. Well, how are you not American?
Right.
You celebrate Christmas, don't you?
Right.
I mean, you believe in the concept of America.
Right.
You love everybody. Everybody. What is it? What's the saying? The pursuit of happiness, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. You believe in that. You believe in the Constitution. You stand up for the American flag. You understand when they go, what is, I forgot the damn song. Rockets, flare, whatever. You stand up for that, man. So don't say that you are not an American when times get hard for America. You understand? You should have been with Isupk since 1969, saying that to hell with America, man.
That's right.
So when them terrorists come with them bombs, of course them plagues ain't coming for us. But you are subjecting yourself under America. What the hell you think is gonna happen? You going into the military to fight for America. What the hell you think? Who the hell you think they're gonna send to go fight? They're gonna send you. You understand? The Americans, the white man is not an idiot, man. He know he got an army, and if he really go to war, who do you think he gonna put on the front line? You understand what you got?
If I may, sir, every war that we fought in, we died disproportionately to our numbers.
Of course. What was that movie? What was that movie?
Glory.
Was it Glory?
Yeah.
When they sent us first, and they thought we was gonna die. But well, we did die. You understand? But they thought in our head, they're gonna send the niggas first. Let the niggas put a dent and maybe kill a few of them so that we can come in afterwards. But we did more than put a dent. You understand? We did a lot more. We damn near won the battle if we didn't win it. You understand? And everybody, of course, in that movie, they all want to praise who? The white boy, the white leader. You understand? But how disgusting is that for them to have that mindset and then for you to sit up here and think that, what 60 years, a few years have changed the mindset? You think that somehow now that they're going to turn around and say, well, let's send all the white people first. Let's send them first. The hell no, man. The white man is the devil, the Bible speaks of, and he loves his own people, man. He's not going to send his own people first. You going to go die first. You understand? And that's why we got to separate from this beast, man. That's why we can't be under subjection to his ideologies, under what he believes, man, his ways and his customs, man, because it's only going to hurt us. Yanazar, you got the scripture for me? Read it from the top.
The book of Revelation, chapter 18, verse 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins.
That ye be not partakers of her sins. Stop worshiping after that white God in the Christian church.
Right.
Stop worshiping after the Middle Eastern gods in the Islamic mosque. Stop worshiping after African gods, man. Stop worshiping after whatever America worships, man. They believe they can have homosexual sex in marriage. They believe that you can turn yourself from a boy to a girl or a girl to a boy. They believe in these things. Take yourself away from it so that you be not partakers in her sins. You understand? So that you don't sin against the Most High and anger him, man. How dare you stand up and rebel against the nation that has been murdering your people for thousands of years, man? How do you stand up against that, man? And that's how they really feel about you. So how the hell, what the hell in your right mind make you think that you should go and fight in their military? Make you think that you should go and fight in their police force? Make you think that you should do a goddamn thing for the white man? You understand? You don't do nothing for him. I slave for the white man. I collect my check and I'm out. You understand? If you got a slave for him at all. You understand? Keep reading.
That ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues.
That you receive not of her plagues, man. That you don't get hit with them plagues that the Lord got coming, man. That you don't get hit with them bombs that the Lord gonna have them terrorists send, man. Because you're not gonna be up with them white people, man. You gotta imagine. You look at that shooting that happened not too long ago in that homosexual bar. Are they all homosexuals? No. They had a homosexual bar. They was in there just living lavish. But because we want to be with them and we want to agree with homosexuality, we want to say, even though I'm not a homosexual, you got to let people do what they want to do. You got to let people live how they want to live. But now your simple behind is up in some homosexual bar just trying to let people live how they want to live. And you did what? You partake in the plagues, man, of America, and you died in that bar because the Lord does not agree with homosexuality. The Lord does not agree with America or nothing America stands for. So when you attach yourself to it, you can only imagine that you are going to have to attach yourself to the plagues that the Lord is going to bring. You understand? You want to live and be uppity with white folk. You want to live by their customs and live by their ways and celebrate Christmas and celebrate Thanksgiving and Halloween. You want to be, you understand, suitable for their image, to fit in American society, man. And the Lord hates it, man. The Lord hates everything about America. And how weak can you be? How weak can you be as a man to know that this nation has been murdering your people, has been raping your women, use your children for alligator bait, man, has filled the appetite of alligators with your children, man. And you're going to sit here and give your life for this man, this beast? How weak can you be, man? I tell you, it's more honorable to die by the hand of this white man than to live fighting for him, man. But you can't get that nowhere except in the Isupk. You can't get that strength nowhere except under the Most High Christ, man. Because in these Christian churches, they not teach you this Bible. And this Bible is supposed to make you strong again, man. It's supposed to make you strong again. It's supposed to make you be able to have the spirit to be able to fight against this so-called oppressor, man. But we don't understand it because our Christian pastors is up here, you understand, eating their pork belly pig, rotten, disgusting shrimp, crab legs, and crab cakes all goddamn day, and sitting up here lying to you on the Bible and teaching you to love every goddamn body while he gets rich off of you. You understand what you got?
I saw a post today, the homosexual T.D. Jakes.
Oh, yeah, I seen that too.
So that on Oprah show said that homosexuality was okay.
Good night, man.
These are homosexual men.
I believe damn near any Christian pastor is a homosexual, man. Right. You gotta have you gotta be on the verge of homosexuality to honestly be a Christian man. That's right. To be honest. That real Christian man sitting up there in that suit, you understand, clapping his hands like a god. Y'all see how they clap? I know some of us been in a Christian church. I know you've seen it. Running around, dancing around, catching the Holy Ghost. You understand, whatever the hell that is, like a goddamn woman, twirling around on the floor, blacking out, whatever the hell they do in the church. That is homosexual out. I'm gonna try to watch my mouth this class a little bit. But that is downright homosexual, man. That is nigh to being a homosexual.
That's
man.
right.
In the Christian church, man, you are so weak. You're so weak. And that's why nowadays, today, you got the Christians, and then you got the Christians who just ain't got no other thing to do. You got those men who, they know being in this church is making them feminine. So they don't really want to go to church. You understand? Those are the the men who the women have to make. Y'all all heard those stories. There were the women who be like, nah, you gotta get up, you gotta come to church this Sunday. You understand? I'll put your suit on the bed. He like, man, I just want to stay home and play the goddamn video game, man. Ain't nobody in there. Ain't nobody in there except them backstabbing. You understand? Them niggas in there ain't even really about the truth, man. They ain't really learning about Christ in there. You got them kind of Christians, man, and they are like that. Like they did a what's them things called? Not a seminar, but I'm gonna call it a council meeting, but it wasn't that. It was something else. Where they basically had the Christian pastors come out, and Captain Kahuntan Yah was on it, the panel. They had a panel, and the question was, why was the millennials leaving the church? The answer is because we starting to see the bullshit that's in it. That's the real answer. The real answer is that every woman in there is a whore. Right. That's why. Every brother in there is a drug dealer, murderer, or a goddamn homosexual. There's nothing else. The pastor is a rapist or a child molester, and he's stealing money from every goddamn body. Why are we going to the Christian church? We've been in the Christian church for over 400 years, and our conditions as a people have only gotten worse. Why the hell are we wasting our time? You understand? But we got to learn to get out of that. We got to get it. That's why it's important that these classes stay open, man.
That's right.
And we going to go into this topic real soon because I got something real heavy I wanted to bring out. I want to make sure I get everybody in here first. Online, I see y'all online. If you got any questions, anybody new, type it in the chat. Anybody in the room got a question, just raise your hand. Let's finish this scripture though. Finish that up.
And that ye receive not of her plagues.
Mm-hmm. Is there any more?
Verse 5. For her sins have reached unto heaven.
For her sins have reached unto heaven, man. The things that America believes in and what they do has gotten up to the Most High. The Most High is seeing everything that they do, man. All the raping, mobbing, murdering, and killing that they doing here to God's chosen people, it's gone up. The screams of our people have gone up, man. Wow. The prayers have gone up. The Most High sees it, man. He hearing it, man. And he's pleading with us, man. He's telling us to come get into the truth, man. Because when the Lord sends judgment on this earth, man, I'm telling you, according to the scriptures, it's not going to be a great day. You understand? For those of us who didn't want to listen to the truth. That's right. So this is the time now. The Lord, every day you wake up and them bombs ain't dropped. Every day you wake up and society is somewhat intact. You better thank the Most High for it. That's right. You better thank the Most High for it, man, because that day, you understand a lot. It's a terrible thing to think of, but you understand. The Lord is not playing that. That day is going to be a terrible day because you're going to have friends who didn't listen to you. You're going to have family members who did not listen to you. That's right. And when you going up, what do you think about Noah? When Noah was building the ark, you think Noah only had his 3 sons? Noah had friends. He had family members. I'm sure he tried to warn. You look at Lot in the city of Sodom and Gomorrah. Lot had friends. I'm sure he tried to warn. Tried to say the Lord is not playing. You need to come over here with me. You understand? And what the friends do? They laughed. They mocked Noah. You understand? They mocked the priests and prophets of the Most High. That's right. They said, oh, what you're doing is weird, man. Ain't no goddamn Christ. Ain't no goddamn none of that. God is dead. That's what they did, and they mocked, man. And the Lord held off, man. The angel asked, Abraham asked the angel, he said, if it be 50 men in the city, will you save the city? They said, yeah. If it be 25, he said, the angel said, it ain't 50 men in the city that's worthy of saving. He said, what about 25? I'm paraphrasing, I don't know the exact number. But he said, what about 25 men? What if you find 25? Okay. But it won't. They was all homosexual. And he said, what if you find 7? Said, I'll save it, man. They couldn't find not one, man. All of them nasty, disgusting sodomites had to get destroyed, man. And that's what's going to happen today. And it's not going to be a great day. You understand? Even Lot's wife, when they left out of Sodom and Gomorrah, what did Lot's wife do? She looked back. She looked back because her friends was there. She was remembering the good times they had. And the laughter and the parties and the 80s parties and the 90 themes parties and the skate parks and the Christmases and the Halloween and the Thanksgiving dinners and everything you loved about America. You understand? She looked back and she loved it too, man. And the Lord took her that day.
You understand? And that's why now is the time that we got to start teaching our people, man. With this time that we got left, you got to separate yourself from America.
That's right.
Because these times ain't going to be no more. You understand? You getting a taste of it right now. Everybody loves the parties. They want to, man, I wish it was summertime, man. Springtime, we can go to pool parties and go to the parties and the jams and the bars is not open.
Right.
You seeing the times now, but what if the Lord went full-fledged? Then what? Then what will you? It's not fun no more. America's not fun anymore. Now what are we thinking about? All we thinking about is the oppression, man. All we thinking about is how the white man is going to oppress us even more. Got our brothers on child support, not giving them no money so that they can go and die. So that they can lose their houses, man, their apartments, and be homeless on the street.
Right.
Now that's all that matters. You understand? You know what matters now? Being a brother to a brother.
That's right.
Being a son to a father or a mother. Being a husband to a wife or a wife to a husband. Being a good child. Being a great friend. That's all that matters now because you're scared. Because the Lord is forcing you to be a family now. Now you got to depend on each other. It'll get worse. It'll get a lot worse, man. And until you come into this truth, man, you'll not know what to do to protect yourself from it. You're endangering your family by not being in the truth. You understand? You go into the place of these Bible, which we're gonna go into. It is not a good day. What you had, Yanazar?
I forgot what I was going to say.
All right, no sweat. If you got it again, bring it back up. Finish reading that.
The book of Revelation, chapter 18, verse 5. For her sins have reached unto heaven, and God hath remembered her iniquity. Verse 6. Reward her even as she rewarded you.
Reward her even as she rewarded you. How did America reward blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians for coming over here and building this goddamn country?
That's
right. How did they reward us?
Cruelty and genocide.
They reward us by murdering us, right? By murdering us, putting us at the bottom. They rewarded us with oppression, man. That's how they rewarded us. And the scripture says to do what?
And reward her even as she rewarded you.
The Lord is going to destroy America, man.
That's right.
The same way that America destroyed the nation of Israel, man. It's only right and it's only justice. It's only what the white man would do. You love America so damn much, America would do the exact same thing. If America was the most high, then America would have been bombed the shit out of America. It's Salaki for my language. They would have been bombed them to death. You understand? And you know it's true. They did it to them to Hiroshima and Nagasaki, Pearl Harbor, every war America has ever been in, they bombed them to death. You understand? And the Most High gonna do the exact same thing. What you got, sis?
I was gonna say shock and awe.
Shock and awe.
You remember that? Oh, y'all younger than me. Go forward.
Don't play that young mess with me. I'm old.
You are.
I'm 64 years old, really.
But they did that with Iraq. They said we're gonna come over there, we're gonna mess you up. Then it was called shock and awe. And that night when they lit it up.
Oh, shock and awe.
Shock and awe.
Okay, I get what you're saying. They made a joke about it. About killing people. I can't wait to make my jokes. You understand? I can't wait to be up in them chariots, just looking down like shock and awe. Part 2, times 10,000. You understand? Because that's what's coming to the Most High, man. And we got to get together and learn how to prepare for that, man. You're not going to prepare for that in the Christian church, man. And like I said, I've said this many a times. If, let's say, you understand, let's say by some phenomenon, T.D. Jakes is correct. Creflo Dollar is right. Your Christian pastor is correct about the Bible, which he doesn't teach, which is why he will never be correct. But let's say he's correct, right? And God does love everybody. And God does love people who eat pork. And he loves homosexuals. And he loves atheists. And he loves anything else. You understand? He made a mistake with Sodom and Gomorrah. That was a mistake. He really should have loved them too. But somehow Satan got in his ear and made him blow Sodom and Gomorrah. Oh, wait. And we can't forget about the world, the whole goddamn earth that he flooded. Let's say he made a mistake there too, right? And he does love everybody.
If that so happens to be true, and these plagues that's coming on America is a lie. It's just, I don't know how the hell it got in there. He didn't write that. That's a lie too. Then we'll be okay. Right. We will be okay. The Lord will love us. Surely he'll love me for not eating pork. Surely he'll still love me for not eating lobster, for not eating crab, for not being a homosexual, for deciding to not sleep with white women. Surely he'll love me for those things. Right. And we'll be okay. If Christ come back tomorrow with Skittles and lollipops and candy canes, and he says, "You were wrong, Isupk. You were wrong. I love everybody. Here's some Skittles. Then we good. You understand? We gonna. I guess we were wrong. You understand? But we gonna go party in New Kingdom. But what if we're right? What if these? Oh, I got another sword up here. What is this? What is it? Pass me that. I got it. So what if the prophecies in this Bible is true? You understand? What if it so happens to be that the book of Revelations will happen? The book of Joel will come to pass. What if it happens? You understand? Then what side do you want to be on? I'd rather be on the side that prepared for it. That's right. I don't know about you. I'd rather be on the side that was preparing all of these years for when coronavirus came. Right. For when the blackouts happened, for when them bombs started to drop, them plagues started to hit the earth. I'd rather be on that side and prepared, man, than to be placing my faith in some homosexual pastor, man, who ain't doing nothing but raping the community for their money, man. Right. Raping them dry. You understand? You got to be silly at this point in time in your life. As Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, you've got to be some kind of silly to sit your simple behind up in some Christian church. And even after this because this coronavirus rolled past, the churches were open back up, that it closed down on you. Knowing that they turned their back on you and told you to still pay your tithes. Man, what's that white pastor look like he half dead, a zombie, look like he half a vampire, you know what I'm talking about, with the real blue eyes, man. What's his name? Looked like he should have been dead 2 years ago. He looked like the vampire of Underworld, man. He looked just like him. What's his name? What is that white? The dude on the show, on on the grill. If you watch the grill, you know what I'm talking about.
He got a funny name, like
yeah.
He got a real silly name, but I can't think of it.
But what he said was if you lose your job during these times, make sure you still pay your tithes. You understand? And that's who you're gonna go back to? You're gonna go back and fill his church after he knows that you lost your jobs. He knows that you're fighting to keep your lights on, to keep your rent paid, your car notes paid. He knows this. And he says, even though you've lost your jobs, make sure you continue to pay your tithes, man.
You know, and he said, he didn't say come to the church.
Can you see me one time?
Yeah, no. He didn't say come to the church and pay your tithe. He said come and put in an envelope and slide it under the door.
Slide it under the door to pay your tithe, man. The Christian church is disgusting, man.
That's right.
The Christian church is diabolical, man. And that white man is surely a beast, man. And we should not be in that Christian church, man. If you got any realness about you, man, after hearing that, you're going to say, I lost my job. Nigga, I lost money, nigga. Salaki, you should be giving me money, man. All the money I done gave you, about $5,000 plus in my time of being in this goddamn church. Can I get my rent paid for this month? Can that money come back to me some kind of way? Which is what tithes is for. That's a whole different topic. Understand? That's a whole nother topic. Tithes is for the people. It's not for your $1 million mansions. You understand? That's another topic. But can that money come back to help the people, man? No, it can't. It's being spent so he can self-quarantine in Montego Bay. So he can be on the island somewhere, self-quarantining himself with his disgusting family, with his black children, man. You understand? And that in itself should make every Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indian turn their loyalty from the Christian church.
That's right.
Because the Christian church had no loyalty for you, the water. Is there any more on that scripture?
It says, and double unto her, double according to her works.
Yeah, right. Meaning the white man ain't only gonna get what we got. He gonna get it doubled. You understand? And tenfold, he gonna get what we got.
That's right.
You understand? Because this is the Lord's chosen people. Matter of fact, give me 2nd Ezra 6 and 54. You understand? We can you give me that. Y'all finish that one out. If there's any more.
It says, Salakia. In the cup with which she hath filled, filled to her double.
In the cup which she has filled to her double, man. Meaning the sins of her cup, man. The sins that she has plagued us with, the Most High is going to plague her with. America with. You understand? Mahaya, you got that?
You just want 56?
I want 54.
The book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 6 and verse 54.
This is in the Apocrypha. If you don't have, you got to get this book right here, the Apocrypha, or you can get it on the app for the King James Version, the 1911 King James Version Bible app. You can read what he got here. Keep going.
And after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord over all thy creatures, of him come we all. Of him come we all.
You understand? From Adam, the Most High created all people, and we all come from Adam. You understand? Can you read it?
And the people also.
The people also. You understand? You want to know why? Why does the white man got to get double? Why does he got to get tenfold for what he did to us? Why can't he just serve 400 years in slavery and that'd be it? It'd be equal. Well, this is why. And the people also, keep reading.
Whom thou hast chosen.
Whom thou hast chosen. You understand? Keep reading.
Verse 55. All this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sakes.
Because thou madest the world for our sakes. Why? You understand? Because the scripture says what? When the righteous are in rulership, the earth rejoice. You understand? When the wicked are in rulership, the earth mourneth, man. The Lord created this earth for us to occupy it, for us to run it, man, and to control it. You understand? But this white man wanted to be a beast, man. He wanted to come and destroy us and make the world to be desolate. You understand? He wanted to create his ideologies and lie on the Most High and whitewash everything in the Bible and make everyone to follow up under him, man. And he wants to destroy the Lord, man. He wants to go to war with the Most High, man, because he knows this. The white man knows this, man. He knows he's not God's chosen people. Hitler knew that the Jews that he was slaughtering, the Jewish man he was slaughtering, Hitler knew that those were not the Jews.
That's right.
He even said it in one of the letters he wrote before he died. He said that the true Jews are over there in America somewhere being enslaved. You understand? That's why he put it in. He was killing them Jews because they were lying, man. They were lying about who they were. You understand? Because the white man is the devil the Bible speaks of.
That's
man.
right.
He is the most lying, diabolical beast that ever was. You understand what you got?
It's like so what you bring down. So Evans, another reason why he was killing because they were utilizing, you know what I'm saying, the blueprint that the Lord set down for us. You know what I'm saying? As far as gathering together and that separation.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They was using brotherhood and sisterhood. And that's why that's why they own every goddamn thing now, because they know how to love their own people.
Right. Which is why it's a good thing that maybe we should follow our own book.
That's right.
You understand? This is not no white man's book. This is our goddamn book.
That's right.
You understand? General Muhammad brought it out, or the Commander General. One of them brought it out so to wild when they said a lot of people. They say, this is a white man's book. We shouldn't be reading out the white man's book. They use this book to enslave us. That's why we slaves now. And they said, okay, well, let's say this was spinach. You understand? Let's say this was spinach. And the white man was growing strong off this spinach, man. And he enslaved us while he was eating this spinach. And when he ate the spinach, he turned to Popeyes, and it made him strong and fast. And he was able to defeat us with this spinach. Yet he gave us pork. Yet he gave us hog mogs and ham hocks and what other chitlins and what else they eat from the pig?
Feet.
Pig foot. But that's what they call that. Pig feet. Oh yeah, pig feet. Pig nose and ass. You know? Pig ass. You understand? Ain't that the ham? I don't even know, man. I ain't never ate Baraka Thai while I was child. Never tasted that. You understand? The water I rock for that blessing that I never got to eat that disgustingness, man. But they gave us that, man, and we've grown weak. We've grown destroyed, man, in America. Maybe spinach is the right thing to eat. Right. Maybe we should stop eating the food that's making us weak, and we should eat the food that's making them strong. If they're going to get strong off of brotherhood, off of love thyself, of a love thy brother as thyself, maybe we should live by that too. Maybe our conditions in the ghetto will get better if we come back to the Bible, man. And then you'll find out by reading the Bible. You'll find out by eating that spinach. Mm-hmm. You'll find out that the Lord created this for us. Right. You'll find out that you go into these scriptures, you'll find out that these people in this Bible are not white people. You'll find out that Christ was not a white man. He damn sure wasn't olive color, wherever that came from, or transparent. You'll find out that Christ was a dark-skinned brother, Michael Blackston without the ham. Right. You understand? You'll find out that he was like that. And when you find that out, you'll look at the next dark-skinned brother. Right. You'll look at Chief Keef and say, damn, brother, Christ might have looked like you a little bit. He might have, minus the dreads. Right. You understand? You get rid of that. Christ made it look like you in 20 years from now. And then you'll start to love that brother. Because how can you hate that brother when the greatest man to ever walk the face of the earth looked like you? Looked like him. You understand? And that's the power. That's why we can never turn against the white man. We can never turn against him. Because our gods and our angels and our prophets and our heads look like him. You understand? When we pray at night, not us, of course, in here, but in the world, when a Christian prays at night, even though he knows in his mind that Christ is not white, when he prays or when he's in a time of affliction or in a time of pain and he kisses that cross, when that image pops up, what pops up in his head? That Caesar Borgia, that gay, that homosexual, right, with the halo on top of his head. That's what pops up, man. So how can you harm his people? How could you? How could you do it? Christ would be mad at you. He a white man and you harming white people. How could you do it? You couldn't. And we don't. But imagine if we realized that Christ was a black man. Right. Then we'll look at them niggas in the ghetto. We'll look at the poor men in the hood, man, and we'll remember the stories of Christ rolling in on a donkey, man. We'll remember the stories of Christ being poor, man. We'll remember the stories of the priests and prophets being poor, and we'll think of all the poor brothers in the hood, and we'll love them, man. We'll love them more than we love the rich white man in Beverly Hills. We'll love them more than that, because we'll say the greatest men to walk the face of the earth were just like them at some point, man. At some point in life, they walked around on drugs. They walked around selling drugs, man, was warlocks until Christ came and showed them what to do. You understand? And they were just like them. And then you realize that that's gold. That's precious out there. The hood is precious, man. Them reservation camps is precious. That border down there on the other side of that border is precious, man. And it should be refined unto gold, man. Right. And that's all it's going to take. But them Christian pastors ain't taking that. They're not taking up the task for that. They're not taking the duty to change our brothers into what we are, because they're not teaching them who they are according to this Bible, man, which is God's chosen people, man, which is why the Most High is going to give the white man double for what he's paid to us.
That's right. Verse 56. Mm-hmm. As for the other people
that is not chosen, that also came from Adam, them Moabites, them Ammonites, man, them Ishmaelites, them Hagarenes, the Canaanites, them Africans, man, them Chinese, the Vietnamese, the Hawaiians, man, all of the other people that also come from Adam. Keep reading.
Which also come from Adam.
And don't forget the best one, the so-called white man, the devil the Bible speaks of. Keep reading.
Thou hast said that they are nothing.
That they are what?
Are nothing.
That they are what?
Are nothing.
That they are nothing, man. You're going to tell me that the Most High is not a racist. Why is this in here? Why would the Lord say this? He said it in such an exquisite way. You understand? Such in a way that makes you think. Like, oh man, we all come from Adam. Christians love that. Oh, we see? You see, brother? Look, you cut yourself. G-man, you cut yourself. You know how you cut yourself. Yeah, shut up, you goddamn homosexual. You understand? Keep reading. You understand? And it says, for these who also come of Adam, man, they are nothing, man. They don't mean nothing to the Most High. Yes, the Lord created all of us, man. Yes, the Lord created all nations of people, all the animals. I mean, Salaki, he created all nations of people, but he also created animals too. He did that too. Does that mean that the Lord thinks that we're equal to the gazelle? Does that mean that the Lord believes that the gazelle is equal to the lion? That the lion should not eat the gazelle? Yeah, that the lion should not eat the deer? That the shark should not eat the other fish in the sea? Maybe they shouldn't. If we are supposed to all be equal, right? The Lord is not that way, man.
That's right.
And just like in the animal kingdom, you got other animals that are better than other ones, that have different jobs than other ones. You have nations on earth that are better than all the other nations. And that's like Hispanics and Native American Indians, you understand? Right. And them other nations are nothing, man. They are disgusting to the Most High. You understand? Keep reading.
But be like unto spittle.
But be like unto spittle. What is spittle? Spittle is when you spit, man. One of the most disgusting things you can do to somebody, man, because it's so disgusting and it's so belittling to have someone spit on you. But that's how the Most High feels about these other nations, that they are nothing like unto spittle. They're worth more than spit. You understand? Keep reading.
And has likened the abundance of them.
Meaning the value of these heathen, man. Keep reading.
Unto a drop that falleth from a vessel.
Unto a drop that falleth from a vessel. Meaning you walking up the hill, you got the water buckets. You understand? You walking up, trying to bring the water back to your camp, and then a drop falls out because you hit a rock. You're going to go back for that drop? You're going to go back, try to get a magnifying glass, like, oh, good night. You know what I'm saying? I got to get this drop of water back in this bucket. You're not. You're going to keep going as if nothing even happened. And that's how the Lord feels about these other nations, man.
That's right.
He's only dealing with his chosen people, man, which is the 12 tribes of Israel only, man. You understand? Keep reading.
Verse 57. Mm-hmm. And now, O Lord,
mm-hmm.
behold, these heathen, mm-hmm. which have ever been reputed as nothing, have begun to be lords over us.
These heathens that have been reputed as nothing have begun to be lords over us. They've started to rule over us.
Right.
They telling us what the hell to do. They whipping us and changing our names and murdering us and feeding our babies to alligators and raping our women. You understand? They are lords over us. You understand? Keep reading.
And to devour us.
And to devour us, man. You understand? Just like the story of Eden in the garden. Them other nations that were cruel, man. They were predators and devouring us even in the garden. You understand? Just like now. These other nations, these heathens, man, have become lords over us and are devouring us up, man. Are killing us, are destroying us, changing us from our identity, taking us away from the Most High, man. Keep reading.
Verse 59. If the world now be made for our sakes.
I mean, if the world is made for us, if we were supposed to be the ones that are supposed to rule over this world. Keep reading.
What's the lie? Let's get over it. Verse 58.
That's right.
But we thy people, whom thou hast called thy firstborn.
Meaning your firstborn is what? According to the scripture, your firstborn. This is a multiple wives scripture. You got, I ain't gonna ask for the precept. You're probably not gonna get it unless somebody got the precept. This is according to the firstborn. What is your firstborn?
The beginning of your strength.
That's right. That's what I needed. Your firstborn is the beginning of your strength. You do what with your firstborn? Your firstborn son. What do you do with him? Remember the scripture. You got two wives. One hated, one beloved. They both have borne you children. But the one who was hated gave you your firstborn son.
Right.
What do?
he inherits. He is your primary inheritor.
Right. Meaning when you die, everything that you've given to inheritance, you got to give it to him.
Right.
You understand? Because that's the beginning of your strength. Keep reading.
Thy only begotten.
Thy only begotten. You understand? Not only are we the beginning of the Most High strength, we're the only. You understand? Keep reading.
And thy fervent lover.
Keep going.
And are given into their hands.
We were given unto their hands. You understand? Unto the white man's hands. To the devil. You understand? Keep going.
Verse 59. If the world now be made for our sakes.
If the world be made for our sakes, keep reading.
Why do we not possess an inheritance with the world?
Why do we not possess an inheritance with the world? You understand? Drop that. We don't possess an inheritance with the world because we went off, man. We started following after the Sadducees and Pharisees. We started listening to T.D. Jakes and Creflo Dollar and Martin Luther King and celebrating Christmas, man. And like any good father who doesn't listen to him, you understand? You don't follow the rules that your father laid out for you. What does he do? He punishes you. You understand? Why don't we have the world for our sakes? Because we wanted to follow after the so-called white man. You understand? So the Lord gave us into the hands. You can read if you read the book of Deuteronomy, it tells you, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, you understand, then we should be set above all the nations that are upon the face of the earth. But we decided not to. You understand? Even when we left Egypt, when we was down there, creating golden calves. We wanted to create idols, man, and still worship after other gods. After the Most High had saved us from Egypt, after Moses parted the Red Sea, somehow we still have some stinking Christians in there who say, I get what you just did. And that shit was spectacular, my nigga, but we about to build this golden calf down here and we about to party. You understand? If you know the book, if you remember the story in Exodus, Moses had came out of his tent because he heard that the people were down there partying and having all kinds of fun. That's just like niggas today. That's just like niggas today. You understand? This coronavirus gonna pass. Next thing you're gonna hear is party flyers. Yo, coronavirus aftermath, June 17th. Goddamn whatever bar it's gonna be at. Because that's what we love to do. But the problem is that we love to serve after other guys in the midst of us having fun, man. Instead of giving praise or glory to the Most High. You understand? And that's why the world is not given into our hands now. It's been given into the so-called white man. Drop that. Is anybody holding something for me? Give me Psalms 55 and 20 real quick. And then after this, we're going to get into the topic. If anybody got any questions online or in the classes, raise your hand. Type it in the chat. Y'all, what you got? Is there any more on that?
No, that's it.
All right, let's sweat. Psalms 55 and verse 20. Got it?
The book of Psalms.
Hold on 1 second. Let the Aqua can get it. Shalom on Christ. All right, go ahead.
The book of Psalms, chapter 55, verse 20. He hath put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him.
He has put forth his hands against. He has been at peace with him. You understand? The Native American Indians, when the white man came over here, the Native Americans were at peace with the white man. They didn't want to murder and pillage on them. But the white man did what? He gave them smallpox. You understand? He allowed the Native American Indians to show them and teach them how to survive the winter, how to grow crops, how to farm and hunt the buffalo. And what did he do? He turned around and he murdered the Native American Indians, man. He slaughtered them to piss, man. And the Native American Indians have been at peace with him. You understand? And that's even to this day. You understand? You look at police brutality. You look at how many black men are getting slaughtered by these police. You remember Philando Castile. You understand? Philando Castile ain't have no problem with that cop. He ain't have no problem with him. He was at peace. He walking back. You understand? With his hands and what? With the cop. Because the white man is the devil. In his system, you cannot be anything except for just like a devil, man. And you got to kill your own people, man, because he killed that. Read it one more time, Salaria. Go ahead.
He hath put forth his hand against such as be at peace with him.
He hath put forth his hand against such as be. To see us just living, man. So he gotta come and put 5 in your back. You understand? While you sitting in your car reading a book, waiting for your child to get out of school. You understand? He gotta come and murder you. You understand? Keep reading.
He hath broken his covenant. Verse 21. The word of his mouth was smoother than butter. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter. You talk to white people all day. What they say? Well, I love black people. I got black friends. You understand? Yeah, you know, I got a black homegirl. She's cool, and Shaniqua and Shatira, they come over every Sunday to watch Jeopardy with me, and I homeschool some black kids. And yeah, I love black people, and yeah, I donate some of my time down at the Boys and Girls Club, and you know that's full of black people. You know, and yeah, I'm not a racist. And you think, oh shit, I don't even do that much for black people, man. He might not be a racist. The white man is the devil, man.
That's right.
And his white woman is the devil, man.
That's right.
You understand? And they cannot be trusted.
Man. That's right.
You understand? Because of course it's easy to say that. Of course it's easy. I was watching who's seen that Hulu series? I think it's called Underground. It's like a remake of slavery. It's fucking terrible. Salakia. It's terrible, but I went to sleep with it on. When I woke up, I seen a scene where the white boy, the slave master's son, he's talking to another black slave, right? A boy up in the attic somewhere. He's like, you know, Jerome, you know, I don't really like the way my dad runs this place. And the black boy's like, yeah, but there's nothing you can do about it. He's gonna kill my mom tomorrow. I don't really know what the hell was said, but it was something like that. That's probably not too far off. That's probably could happen. He was like, yeah. But the point was this: the white boy was like, well, I can't do nothing about that now. But when I get older, Jerome, I'm gonna let you come in the house, and things is gonna be different around here. And the black boy's like, he just looking, and he was so strong. I like that part of this show, even though it's the only part I watched, because all of the rest of it was terrible. It got the girl from Roll Bounce with the braces, yuck mouth, got her in it. Guess she's like the Harriet Tubman of the show. But the black boy's like, just basically like nodding his head, like, okay, you know. And then the white dude is like, do you believe me? And the black dude, I forget what he said. He's like something like, I don't know if I could believe the people that's been slaughtering my mom. Or he said, all I can think about right now is my mom, or something like that. And the white boy pulls out a piece of candy. And he's like trying to hand it to the black dude, the black boy, and the black boy is like, just turns his back and goes and finishes up his work. He's like, I got work to finish before the morning. You know what that white boy did right after that? He went downstairs to his father and said, I just seen one of the niggas running. Out the window, he seen one of the niggas trying to escape. And he went and told his father, I seen one of the niggas run. Because he didn't take the candy. The same thing happened in Roots with what was it, Lily? Or what was the black girl's name? What was Kunta Kinte's daughter's name? What good? Kizzy. Same thing happened there, man. They friends, man. You understand? But that white man is the devil, and just like that boy, went downstairs and said, hey, Paul, I just seen Sam running. He running for his life, and they went and killed him, man, and hung him, man. Because he's the devil.
That's right.
And you not taking his gift, he'll show you how much of a devil he is. You understand? A lot of us, I got white friends, and I'm cool with white people. Don't stand up for the national anthem when you with them. Do that. See if they still your friend. Go to a basketball game and sit your ass down when the national anthem comes on. And then when it comes on and they say, well, why didn't you stand up, Shakira? You tell them, because your people have been committing crimes to my people, and I don't stand for that.
Right.
And you see how much of a devil they are. You'll see how well of a friend they are on that day. See if they continue to text you back. See if they want to hang out with you anymore in that day. You understand? The white man is your friend now. Who can tell me why? Who can read my mind as to why that white person is your friend right now? Who can tell me why? Read my mind. You got to be in these classes a little bit to get this one. Why is he comfortable being your friend? Why did that white boy go and tell his pa that the nigga was running away because the black boy didn't take the candy from him? Who knows? I get it to you. Because you're a good slave.
Right.
You're a good nigga girl. You're fun to play with. You got good nappy hair. I just want to run my hands through. Yeah, you got flavor. You can teach me things. And you're a good nigga girl. And you're a good nigga boy. And you're cool. And you're gonna defend me if somebody tries to fight me because I got a nigger boy on my team. And you're a good basketball player, and I can be a fan of yours. And you stand up for the national anthem, and you go to church, and you believe in Christmas and Thanksgiving, and you don't give a damn about the slaughter of your own people. You don't bring that up to me. You forgot about Emmett Till. You've forgotten about Nat Turner and all of your ancestors. You've forgotten that my grandparents used to spit on yours. You forgot about that, and you don't make me feel no type of way about the history of my people, and you're a good nigga boy. So I can be around you. Right. It's easy to be around you. You understand? But the second you take a knee for the national anthem, you become what?
Destroyed.
The second you take a knee for the national anthem, you become what? A son of a bee. There's no more friend. Because you've sided with your people now.
That's right.
You understand? And turned your back on white America. You understand? I used to have friends in high school too. They ain't my friends no more. They couldn't stand. How could they be your friends? You cannot be friends with the so-called white man and love your people at the same time.
That's right.
You can't do it. It's too much of a confliction. What they have in the workplaces, conflict of interest. How can you be friends with the people that's killing your people? How can you? You look at the Holocaust, them so-called Jewish men, they were not friends with the so-called Germans, man. You understand? They couldn't do it because it was a conflict of interest, man. Meaning you cannot dwell amongst the people that only want to murder you. You understand? What you had, Maya?
No, it's like what you bring out is so heavy, right? Because it's like even what you're speaking about so-called Jewish men. It's like if a Jewish man comes out and he talks about the Holocaust and what happened to his people, it's like he gets sympathy. You know what I'm saying? He gets empathy. He's allowed to mourn, you know what I'm saying, to speak about what happened to him. No one tells him to shut the hell up. Why? Because at the end of the day, I mean, they all goddamn heathens.
Right.
But it's like if we talk about what happened to us, you understand what I'm saying, because of the controversy behind it, because they hate us to this goddamn day.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's a problem, man. It's like only a diabolical monster.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Would even make you feel like you're wrong for speaking about what happened to your family.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You understand? And I urge you to try it. You got white friends, go try it.
Right.
Go try to bring the truth. You know what I'm saying? Go tell them that how much of a devil your people have been to my people. You should, honestly, you should go do it. You should go, and if they're a good friend, you should say, and now you should empty out your wallet. You should go to your daddy's bank accounts and all of that lawyer money with the cargo shorts and the plaid long sleeve shirts. You should go on that bank account. You should empty out thousands into this school because your people have done something to my people that we have not recovered from. So I can't be your friend because I remember I was working at Sherwin-Williams and I had two white girl managers, me and Isupk. He wasn't Isupk back then. But you understand, Barakatah Hawaii Al-Shad, he learned to stop loving them goddamn heathens, man. That's what happens when you work with a priest and prophet of the Lord every goddamn day. You're going to hear about it. But you understand, if Barakatah Hawaii for him coming into the truth. Right. You understand? But they didn't understand, and they thought we was all cool. And of course, me being in the truth, we're trained. Keep your relationship professional. You got to work with them. You understand? Those are the bosses. Those are the people you work with. They pay you your slavery, your checks. You understand? So you can provide for your family. But they at some point they thought we were cool. Like at some point they thought that I was coming to the Christmas party. At some point, you understand? But they didn't understand this. When they would do certain things, like instead of asking you to take out the garbage, they would say things like, "Boy, didn't I tell you to take out the garbage?"
And they didn't understand. And to them, they don't understand it. To them, it's not clicking. But they don't understand that you're talking to somebody with PTSD. You're talking to somebody, I've seen slave movies. I felt the pain. It's hard. I remember watching 12 Years a Slave, and I was sitting there not 12 Years a Slave, Birth of a Nation, and I was sitting there about to cry. A grown-ass man was about to cry at this movie because it was so real. Because my love for my people was so deeply rooted that I can't forget about it.
That's right.
And I had to remember, I had to think. You understand? I'm seeing grandmothers and grandfathers up there, and I can't forget or begin to not imagine that could have easily been my grandma that I know and love so dearly. It could have easily been her.
Right.
You understand? And that was her to somebody else.
Right.
You understand? If not my great-great-grandmother. And they don't understand that by you doing that, you understand, talking to me that way, good night. You have to really hate your people.
That's right.
To be friends with them. You have to. You have to have no love for your ancestors to allow some white woman to say, boy, did not tell you to take out the garbage, and you not feel something in your heart. Something should click that just make you say, Salakia, who are you talking to, man? Who are you talking to? I am not no boy. I'm not Emmett Till, man.
Right.
Whistling at no white woman so that you can beat and torture, man, and tie a fan to his ankle and throw him into a goddamn river. That's not what this is, man. But you forget about that being up in these Christian churches. You forgot about the pain of your ancestors,
Right.
the tears and the blood of your ancestors. You
Right.
forgot about that, man. So, of course, here we are. Now it's 2020. It's 2020. I remember they used to say it's 2019, as if that meant any goddamn thing.
Right.
It's 2020 and pandemics are still happening.
Right.
The Lord don't give a damn what year it is.
Right.
It'll still reign the same. Thunderbolts will still be the same. And racism will never change for me. The crimes that you've committed against my people should never change, man. It's 2020, but what happens when 9/11 come around this year? They'll never forget. They'll never forget.
Right.
They'll light the candles, they'll sing the songs, and they'll remember how them white people was in them towers doing whatever the hell I guess was so important. What the hell was they doing? I mean, that's an honest question, because I honestly don't know. I was young back then. What was they doing with the Twin Towers?
The building.
What were they doing?
Yeah, were they saving black people?
I have a brother that worked in there, but
Uh-huh.
it was mostly state and city offices. And then you had some businesses, but most of it was state and city organizations that was in there.
Were they stopping white people from slaughtering our people?
It was just an administrative type of building.
So just administrative offices.
Yeah, that's what it was. It was mostly state and New York City type offices there.
Mm.
And in the 7 World Trade Center, that's where they built. It was supposed to be a bunker down there, so if something happened, that they could go down there and hide. And then no plane crashed into it, but yet it fell.
Mm.
Oh yeah.
That's 7 World Trade Center.
It fell. It fell. No plane crashed into him. It fell. The white man is a devil, even to his own people.
Right.
Even to his own goddamn people, he a devil. He blew it up. You understand? That's what he did.
If I may,
Oh, so,
the
go ahead.
owner, who is a Jewish man of the World Trade Center complex, he got paid double by the U.S. government. It was worth 3.2 billion. They gave him 7.4
For doing what?
just for compensation.
Mm.
He
Good
got
night.
7.4.
Good night. What you ask, sis?
I was gonna say, the building 7 that he's talking about is funny because that was holding like the FBI building.
Yeah.
It was holding all these like real important type of things in this, dynamic we live in.
Were,
But when it came down flat.
Like
You
the
know what I'm saying?
demolition.
Like a pancake.
were they trying to get Native American Indians off the reservations? Were they trying to get Mexicans help so that they weren't living in poverty? Were they working to fix the ghettos? Were they trying to stop police brutality? Were they trying to save Black lives? So what the hell am I remembering them for? How many people have died every day from the flu, from murder, from car accidents, from plane crashes, from helicopter crashes, from earthquakes and avalanches and desert storms and poverty? How many people die every goddamn year? But we have to remember them. Why? Who could tell me why?
Because the white man, he has to have a boogeyman to keep the distraction going. He has to have an enemy.
That's what I wanted. Keep reading.
He has to have an enemy, to focus on, so you can focus on that enemy while he's your enemy, but you're not focusing on that.
We have to remember 9/11 because we have to remember the hurt that someone else put on America. The flu is not someone else. You can't go and get judgment on the flu virus. You can't do it. You can't get judgment against an avalanche or an earthquake or tornadoes or Hurricane Katrina. The white man can't fight against that.
Right.
He can't take out his anger and bomb hurricanes. But we have to remember 9/11 because we are forced to remember his pain against his oppressors or his adversities or adversaries or enemies. You understand? When are we going to remember our pain against ours?
That's right.
When are we going to remember Emmett Till's mother and her tears and her feelings and her son being lost and taken away from her at such an early age for whistling at a white woman? And then for her to come out later and then say that he never even did that he never even whistled at her. Throw her off. Rebuild the goddamn world Twin Towers and throw her off both of them.
Right.
Throw her off one, pick her body up, take her to the next one, and throw her dead body off the next one again. Right. For the pain that she's caused for Emmett Till and his family, man. But when are we going to remember that? When are we going to remember that? You understand? You're going to talk about remembering some stinking 9/11. Go tell your friend that.
That's right.
Go tell your white friends that and see if they still be your friend. You understand? They won't. I'll tell you right now, they won't. They won't want to hang out with you. They won't text you no more. It won't be no more Emily and Becky and Suzanne. It won't be that no more. They'll hate you, man, because you love your people.
Right.
You understand? You wonder why they hate the ISUPK so damn much. We're not harming no goddamn body. But we teach to love our people first, so now they label us a hate group, man. And they'll do the same thing to you because you're not a good slave, man. Right. You ain't being trained enough to be a good slave, man. You understand? It's just like a dog. If any of y'all ever had dogs, guess what? Mahaya's dog went off today. Mahaya's dog need to get that whip today, boy. Have me out there trying to chase him down over there in Eva Street. I'm like, man, what the hell is going on? You understand? But what happens, man? You train up a dog to be in obedience and in order. And what do you have to do it first? If you got money, what you do? You put the leash on with the electric force field. So if the dog tries to run off the yard, he gets shot and go back. You whip him. You beat him. You put him in cages. You give him treats when he do good. But what happens when the dog is trained? Becky becomes your friend. Becky can text you now. He can go to the store with you now. You know, you can have your wife. You can hang out with Jonathan, right? And Luke and Sam. You understand? And you can go to their house because when you go to their house, you understand you're gonna have proper etiquette. You're gonna dress a certain kind of way, and you're not gonna have a red flag hanging out of your right pocket, and you're gonna be respectful, and you're gonna listen to them, and you're gonna celebrate Christmas. And you're going to give grace at the table and say thank you. And you're going to be a good slave and comfortable to be around. You understand? You'll be just like a trained dog. And what happens when the dog is trained? You take the force field away. What happens when the dog is trained? You take the leash off his neck. You understand? And you walk around with your dog without even having a leash. And if people look at you and they say, that's a good trained dog you got. It's the same way they do with you, man, in the human world. You understand? It's the same way they do with you. I've seen it firsthand. They love to be the nigga's friend if the nigga is trained well enough, man.
But we got to get back from that, man. And all of that is bred from Christianity. Who's holding something for me? Was it Mahaya? What you got? What you holding?
Oh, yes. This is 55th Psalm, verse 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter.
Your friend's words, your white friend's words are smooth as butter. Keep reading.
But war was in his heart.
But what?
War was in his heart.
But war is in his heart. You understand? Your white friend, has no desire to make you be better than her. You understand? And here's the funny part about it. There's nothing wrong with that. They should be that way. You understand? They would be very stupid to, in their heart, want black people to overtake them. They would be that would be wrong. That would be asinine to believe that white people in their hearts want to give their wealth and their power to us so that we can be over top of them. That'll be wrong. Or am I lying? Lie? So that's why I have to ask the question, what is a good white man? What is a good white friend? A good white friend will say, you know what? My dad's a lawyer. I got these millions of dollars because my dad's a lawyer, and he was a lawyer because he was able to go to Harvard because Harvard was created by white people. White people were able to build these institutions and these Ivy League colleges off of the backs of your people, and they enslaved your people and killed your people so that they can create Harvard, and I can have this education to make my millions. I'm going to give everything to you now so that you can live your life now. That's a good friend. That's a good white person. That's right. That's just. When has a white man ever done that to any black person? When has a white man ever given up his power, his chair seat as CEO of some Fortune 500 company, and said, I'm going to just give it to a black man? When have you ever done it? That's a serious question. I mean, if you know, tell me. I mean, Citgo, ABC, Eyewitness News. I mean, what company has ever said, you know what? For the crimes that we've committed against black people, we are going to take our wealth and everything we built off the backs of their people, and we're going to give them the seats of this company so that they can have some good times, so that they can go to Bora Bora and vacation in Maui and have private jets and have a house in Beverly Hills and West Hollywood and eat croissants and bagels and have goddamn housemaids and all that other stuff.
There's been black CEOs of large corporations, but they're only there to make more money for the white man, and he doesn't have that power.
I don't mean affirmative action.
No.
I know what you mean. Just like they did in Power, where they wanted St. James Patrick to be the governor of New York. But that's not giving up your seat.
Right. Exactly.
I want yours. I don't want somebody to work up the ladders, and because he's so outstanding at the job he is, you have to give him something, because it would be asinine to not make him something. I mean, I want you to be poor. I want you to empty out your bank. I want you to trade places with me. When have they ever done that? When have they ever said, you know what, at 10 o'clock, meet me at my house, you bring your car keys and your house keys, and I will bring you mine, and we'll switch. I'll go live in the ghetto and drive your broken down Honda Accord, and I'll live with the roaches and the rats, and you'll go live in Beverly Hills, and you'll drive the Ferraris and the Porsches and the G-Wagons and whatever other fancy cars that I own. You'll have that life, and I'll live this one. When have they ever done that? Because that, to me, is the only good white man. That's the only good one. He does not exist, man. Because the white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of. Right. And he will not give you that kind of love. He won't give you the seat that he owns off the blood of your backs, man. He won't give it to you because he wants to stay in power. So now, how asinine would you have to be to believe that white people love you to the point that they want you to be equal to them? How would somebody make it make sense to me? How would you believe that?
You already in the ghettos and in the hood talking about how niggas don't want you to be above them. You already, it's a dog eat dog world out here up here in the ghetto and the hood. What the hell do you think it is for them? What you think white people just like, come on, Roshonda. Come on, Roshonda. I'm trying to give you everything I got. Come on. Come get it. The white man is not stupid, man, and he is a racist, man, and there's nothing wrong with it. It is nothing wrong with the white man hating black people. He should. He should continue to hate black people and continue to hate black women and continue to spend money with his people and empower his military and empower his government. He should put more money on his space fleet. That's what he should do. Somebody should tell Donald Trump to take all his money and put it in the space fleet so that he can get prepared to fight against the Most High, because he's going to need it. It don't matter. Of course, it doesn't matter how much money he puts into it. He's still going to die and lose terribly in that battle. But that's what he should do. You understand? Because when it's our turn to reign, when it's our time to rule over this world, that's exactly what we should do. We should not allow the Chinese to come into our communities and rape us dry. Why? Because they're disgusting, man. They're disgusting, and they don't love you. They don't desire you. They out there being nasty. The Lord looking at them like, out of all the things you can eat on the earth, out of all the things I've given you on this earth, you want to eat a bat. You want to eat a goddamn bat, man. You want to eat a dog. You want to fry a dog. Like, you gotta, come on now. How many of y'all seen them videos, man, of them dogs, man? How human, like,
I seen one where the guy was trying to cook the dog was still alive.
Man, I seen all of them and the dogs were still alive, man. Boiling them in pots, man. You know humanity. You understand? No, nothing. Not with it. You're not goddamn human now. If you can take a goddamn dog and boil it while it's shaking its leg, trying to get out, man. You understand? And then to go in the book of the Lord and find out that dogs is not supposed to be eaten, man. It's disgusting. Get your ass out of my neighborhood. That's why I laugh at them goddamn signs. Them dogs, due to coronavirus, we are out of business. Stay your ass out of my goddamn neighborhood, man. Go to your goddamn people. And if you don't believe in eating dogs, go back to your embassies, man. Go back to your goddamn leaders and tell them goddamn stinking Chinese to stop eating goddamn dogs, man. Because it's disgusting. Tell them Vietnamese to stop eating rats, man. It's disgusting, man. And the Lord hates it. And you should never love a Chinese man. You should never love nothing about a Chinese man. Everything they do is disgusting, man. You understand? We're going to come to us. Oh, Isupk hate black women. Them goddamn stinking Chinese is making them women feet look like fists, man. Talking about we hate our sisters. We hate all women, and they making their feet look like fists. You understand? The lotus foot. Disgusting, man. And this is the man that's over me? This is the man that gets more respect in America over me? Some goddamn ching wao shing wan chi? You understand? Disgusting. Got this kung flu over here. Good going running rapid, man. Running rapid. Killing people, man. Because you want to eat mongoloids. You want to eat dog. And you want to eat cat. You understand? It's disgusting, man. I laugh at them signs, man. It's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. I have even laughed. I even thought it was so funny that I went off of my route of going home to just go check out other Chinese spots just to see. Nah, they was closed. Rockethon Hawaii, I was shocked. They was closed the hell down, man. You understand? I wonder where the hell they at. I wonder where they at, because I never see Chinese people just running around. Matter of fact, I lied. I remember one time I was down in UNC. That's where they all at. They down up in Chapel Hill, up in them nice houses, running around, walking their dogs, just walking their dogs. Man, I feel terrible for that dog. I hope that dog is still alive, man. That was about a couple years ago. He probably dead. Probably got boiled to death in somebody's basement. You understand? Fed to some goddamn Moabites, man. So disgusting, man. And it's so. You understand? Oh man, we gotta get to this topic real quick. Hey, Tabawando, I need to charge it. This laptop about to die. But it's so disgusting in the sense that the Moabite man, the Chinese man, has been disgusting even back in biblical terms. You understand? We all know how the Moabite came into play, how they came into this earth. Do we all know? Y'all know? Y'all know how Chinese people came? What you got, sis?
What do you call it?
More
Incest.
incest, right. Well, what's the story, brother?
They're the sons of Lot through his two daughters.
Right.
And
Meaning Lot. If you know the story of Sodom and Gomorrah, Lot had to leave Sodom and Gomorrah. Gomorrah got destroyed. He left with his wife and his two daughters. His wife looked back, meaning she was sorrowful. She was remembering. She didn't want to leave Sodom and Gomorrah. She had too much time. So her side nigga was probably back there. She was probably a whore. You know what I'm saying? Okay, yeah, speak for this. I don't sweat. His wife was probably a whore. She probably remembering his side nigga. I don't know. But the point is, he left. She turned to a pillar of salt. She died. He was in the wilderness with his two daughters. What you saying, Yanazari? Keep going.
And they got him drunk. Like when the mother died, they thought that the world had ended. So they thought that there was no more men. Mm-hmm. So they conspired together. They said that they want to preserve their father's seed.
They had thought there were no more men because of why?
Because Sodom and Gomorrah got destroyed.
But because of why did they think that?
Because they saw the destruction.
Think about Chinese people. Chinese people are on top of black people, right? Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. Why? And that's blasphemy. That's asinine. Why do they believe that there was no more people on earth? You gotta have to be a little carnal here. A little carnal, just a little bit. You have to say what you want to say, and you can say it because that's what I'm asking for. Otherwise, I might say it. I might get checked if I gotta say it. That's why I want you to say it.
Could it be that they thought that was the only civilization, only way of life?
Why?
Because that's all they knew.
Why?
But they followed their own lust.
Think about their race. Their race of people eats dogs. Their race of people eats bats and cats and rats. And they make their women's feet look like this, for God's sake. Why?
The scriptures say they're very proud.
They're very something.
Filthy.
Simple.
Close. I want a more exquisite word than that.
They got Down syndrome.
That's another thing. And because when you go into these scriptures and you start learning these stories, it start making you think, oh, this shit might actually be true. Because they got their eyes is Down syndrome as if they was born of what? Incest. And their people came from what? Incest. But that's not what I want. Is this back on?
Sure.
That's not what I want.
Oh, I got you.
They believe that they were the last people on earth. Why? Think carnally. Think like you just want to bang on Moab. Pause. Okay, I don't know. Oh, that one.
Salaki, because they're retarded?
Because they're dumb as hell.
Right.
That's why. They're goddamn idiots.
Right.
You understand? That's why they believe, their dumb asses believe that they were the only last people on earth.
Right.
They're retarded. You understand? They're Down syndrome slowness. They are slow. Don't let America push you to believe that, oh, these Chinese people are the smartest people, robots. They are retarded. How do you know? Nigga, you are wiping out the planet right now because your dumb ass couldn't stop eating bats. You're retarded, man. You are slow. You don't know anything about anything, man. You understand? That's why they believe that they was the only people on earth. That's why the Lord said what? That they are nothing, man. They are like unto spittle. You understand? They have the abundance. Their value is like of a drop that falls from a vessel.
Right.
Because they are worthless. They are worthless beasts on the earth, man, that the Most High created, and they're nothing, man. They believe they can eat dogs, man. I love dogs, and that's something that hurt me to the core. How the hell you gonna get a flamethrower and just burn a dog to life? I mean, to death, man. That's alive. Disgusting. You understand? Who's holding something for me? Y'all deserve? Let's finish that. Did anybody have their hand raised? You had something? No, go ahead, y'all deserve. Go ahead.
His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords.
Yet were they drawn swords. Did you have something? That you didn't want to bring out nothing?
Nah.
All right, no sweat. Read that one more time.
Verse 21, drawn swords.
Yeah, where they drawing swords, man. Meaning his whole mindset towards you is to rule over your people. White people want to be your friend now because they're ruling over you. But the second that they feel like they cannot rule over you, then they will kill you. You understand? The second you don't comply with what they say, they will slaughter you in the streets. The second you don't listen to what they tell you to do, then they will go and just destroy you however which way they can. You understand? I've taken my love away from white people for some time now, so I haven't forgot about how they can destroy you, but they will. They'll go and call their daddy's lawyer on you. You understand? If you get in an argument with them, if you put a hand on them. That's why it's better. That's why it's so stupid. That's why it's so diabolical that Christian pastors teach us to love everybody. You go with the sisters in the hood, you can fight. You can full out fight. Beat the crap out of or get beat the crap out of by a sister in the hood. Not saying that's too wild. Y'all should not be fighting out there, especially putting on goddamn World Star for us to see. But you can do that and get up the next day and see that same sis and be cool. Go get in a fight like that with your white friend. Go do that. See what happened. You're going to have the FBI at your front yard 6 o'clock in the morning ready to bust your head in, man. You understand? Because they ain't having that. So that's why it's so diabolical, it's so dumb to want to love and be with them and dwell with them when we live in two different worlds. We don't correlate with one another. We like water and oil. You want to call the police. I want to shoot the fair one. You understand? I remember I used to have white friends, they don't even use washcloths. I remember I spent the night at their house, I'm like, yo, they had a washcloths at. They're like, oh, we got nothing. Is that a black thing? We don't got nothing. I'm like, is that a black thing? Nigga, your people made these goddamn washcloths, man. How the hell your people making these and selling them at Target? You ain't got no washcloths. You nasty, what the hell? I'm supposed to wash with this bar of soap and everybody been washing on, and that's how they live. You understand? We're not the same people. They goddamn got I remember the breakfast they made. They had the pancakes with the eggs and the grits, and they had the orange juice in a pitcher. And I was just like, damn, this is some fancy ass shit. And then they came out with raspberries. And I was just like, brother, man, just put some eggs and grits on my plate. Give me a slap of pancake or two and put it on a plate, call it a day. They eat like that every day. I mean, nothing wrong with that. I mean, if some of the sisters want to do that, if my rib want to do that for me, then that's fine. That's the love. I would love to eat that with the raspberries. I'll take a great photo for that. You know, with that, raspberries on the side of my plate. Y'all decide you want that? Let's go. Number one, you need that too, huh? I mean, it's something to have, you know, I guess. But the point is, we live differently than them. Meaning I'd rather have just the paper plate with the eggs and grits. Right. Goddamn pancakes on the side, let it mix up with cheese on it, and let's go. You understand? Let's get active. What you got?
So when I was coming up, I'll be honest, I didn't even know white people ate grits. I thought that was exclusively black people.
They did it because I was spending the night.
Right.
That's the only reason they did it. And it was like, I remember I was waking up. I'm waking up from my sleep. They downstairs. They woke up early as hell. You got the salt? No, Lucas, where did you put it? I don't know, Mom. He's upstairs. He's waking up. Get the salt. Did you make the grits? Understand? I'm like, man, it's cool, man. Y'all don't need no salt. You're like, no, I found it. It was in the backseat of the truck. It's been in there for 10 years. Understand? It's salt. They're looking at you like. Now, I remember it was the funniest shit ever. I mean, the funniest thing ever. We was riding my dad they picked me up from football practice. So Lucas and his family came back and picked me up. They was in the Jeep. I sat in the backseat of the Jeep. They was listening to the radio. This was the funniest thing, man. They listened to the radio. I forget what song it was, but it was some nigga song. It was some hip hop music. And I don't think they intentionally meant to do it this way, but synonymously, all of them looked back at me like, is this the station you like? Right. Pump that trick, get him, pump that trick. They're like, no, Betsy, this is that guy. BMX, I think, like the bike. You understand? No, Dad, that is not BMX. That is definitely Busta Rhymes. And I'm like, nigga, I don't know who sings this song. Why does this fucking matter? You understand? And we live differently, man. And so why the hell would you want to conjoin yourself to them, man? Why would you? The scripture says it's more precious to dwell amongst your brothers. And it is. It's more precious to dwell amongst them when you can get together with your brothers and have the stories. We ain't gonna be able to get to my topic today, but we're gonna get to it next time. But to have your stories with your brothers, man. You understand? To be able to talk about, yo, man, you remember the street light? Yeah, man, I never listened to that. Hell, me neither, man. I used to be outside we get home and get beat. You understand? What you used to get beat with? I had to flip-flop. Man, I had to go outside and make my own switch. Damn, I had the belt buckle. My dad used to just beat my ass. You understand? It's a lot here. You understand? He just whooped me with his fist. God damn it. And you can grow together with your people off of those stories. How many times have we done it? You understand? How many times have you grown closer to somebody just because of the background you came from? Just because you can relate to their life. Just because you can relate to being poor.
Right.
You can relate to seeing your mother struggle, your father struggle.
Right.
You can relate to the fights in the neighborhoods.
Right.
You can relate to the gang violence.
Right.
You can relate to the TV shows you used to watch, the slang you used to talk, the jokes you used to play, the way you used to skip class. You can relate to that, brother, man, on the level you can't relate to white people.
Right.
So why the hell are you hanging with them?
That's right.
Why do you count them your brother and your sister? You can't, man. And it's so disgusting that you even think that, man, because the Lord did not die for them. Christ did not die for them, man. And that's why we can't relate with them, because we're the ones that's in poverty.
That's right.
We're the ones that's struggling, man. And that's why we correlate with one another, man. And that's why the Bible said to gather ourselves together, man.
Right.
Only nation of Israel, because we are family. We are family. You understand? We're a nation of people that is family that should not deal with any other nation.
Right.
The woman in our bed should be black women. Men in your bed should be a black man, Hispanic or Latino man. You understand? None of goddamn heathen, man. Because they cannot relate with you. You have a baby with them and then you'll see. When you go to whoop your baby and he say, oh, don't make me call the police on you. Then you understand. You understand? Because they damn sure don't whoop their babies. Don't forget what you got, Maya. They damn sure do not whoop their children. I told y'all last time I was here, when Sam, the white boy, got into a big argument with his mom because his mom was telling him to get ready for lacrosse practice. And for whatever reason, he ain't want to go. He was like, F you, Mom. I hate it here. I'm going to run away on my skateboard and I'm going to go to my friend Jonathan's house and we're going to talk trash about you, Mom, and I hope you die. You understand? It's like, nigga, it's just lacrosse practice, man. Like, calm the hell down, man. How the hell you going to take the skateboard for? You understand? Like, good night. Who the hell is Jonathan? You know? I'm serious, man. I remember it. That's not a lie. I remember that day, and it made it awkward for me. You know, y'all all know when your friends begin to argue with their parents, make it awkward for you for some reason. Somebody got to spell what that means. Why does that happen? But you be sitting there like you getting yelled at, like, I'm not even friends with this nigga. This is just Lucas' brother, but he going off right now, man. And it's just lacrosse practice. But they don't get beat, man. So how can I sit down with you, man, at the table and say, man, you remember our parents used to beat us, man? Yeah, man. Yeah, I remember, man. I still got some marks, man. My dad used to scare the hell out of me. You understand? You can't relate with them, man. What you got, Mahaya?
No, say like what you saying is just so heavy, man. Like it's and like the natural spirit, like what I'm saying, the scripture said that he would put in our inner parts. It's like it's so crazy because like we literally have to have a doctrine. You understand that makes us learn how to hate each other.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because like you naturally want to love a brother, you naturally want to trust a brother. You understand? But then you in the streets, and you know what I'm saying. You got like a gang or a clique that make you say, nah. You can't be friends with that nigga. No, you can't, you know what I'm saying? That's your enemy. That's this and third, yada, yada. But it's like, no one is, you know what I'm saying, has to teach you, you know what I'm saying, to love, you know what I'm saying, Esau. It's just like a natural thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to naturally just love your oppressor because of Stockholm Syndrome, man. It's like, that's why it just further proves me, like, why the ISUPK is so goddamn important, man.
That's right. Give him a hand. You understand? That's true, man. And that's why the scriptures say he slaughtered those who be at peace with him, man. Paraphrasing. You understand? Because we are peaceful people, man. You understand? We don't want to have
wars and go have to kill people and none of that, man. But we doing that because we learned from the so-called white man. We're taking after his leadership. And how did he get everything that he owned?
He stole it.
He stole it. He murdered for it. So what do you want to do when you want to take a block? You steal it. You murder for it. You go do what your father did, which is the white man. If you under Christianity, loving up under him, man, you do what he did, man, and it's so disgusting. And that's why these, like Mahayal said, that's why these classes are so important, man. Because this is the only place you're gonna learn to come back to your people, to come back to the Most High, and to love your people. You understand? Only. Give me before we're gonna drop that. Give me Joel 2:1. No, Mahayal, give me Joel 2:1. Yanazar, give me Matthew 24 and verse 6. I'm gonna try to speed through a little some of these very quickly. Yanazar, you read the one you got.
The book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 6.
Now we're looking at the time. We live in the last days here in America. I'm gonna bring this back up again in the next class, but we're gonna briefly go through this. These are the last days, man. We're looking at the time the Lord is ready to reap judgment on this earth, man. And he has to do it because of this so-called oppressor who has been oppressing us for thousands of years, man, has been murdering us. And you understand, like the scripture said before, the Lord is getting ready to pay back to the white man double the sins that and the iniquities that he's put on us, man. You understand? Keep reading.
Verse 6, and ye shall hear of wars.
Read verse 5, Salaki.
Verse 5, for many shall come in my name.
Verse 4, Salaki. Go where the disciples asked Christ, when shall be your return, or to come when you coming back.
Verse 3, and as he sat upon the Mount of Olives.
This is Christ. Christ sat upon the Mount of Olives. The disciples is coming to him, asking him a question, asking him when is he going to return. Keep reading.
The disciples came unto him privately, saying, tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world?
Why is it saying that? So I'm going to break that down real quick. The last part, the signs of thy coming and the end of the world. Why is it saying that?
Because the signs will let you know.
Not that part. Why is it saying the signs of thy, remember this part, this thy coming and the end of the world. Why is it saying that? You got to understand that part to break Christians. To cut Christians, you got to understand that. Christians want Christ to come back because Christians think Christ is going to come and lollipops and Skittles, remember? Candy canes. Why is that part of that scripture so important? Sis.
I was gonna say because of Amos 5:18. It said
you can pull it, but it's more simpler than that. But go ahead and pull it.
It says, woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. What end is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light.
Right. Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. You understand? But why is it saying thy coming and the end of the world? That's a precept for it, but simpler than that. Why is it saying it? Why is it side by side like that? I'm gonna give it to you. Because Christ coming back is the end of the world. That's why. It's synonymous with the end of the world. It's not synonymous with candy canes and Skittles and Kumbaya and everybody singing the national anthem. It's synonymous with destruction when Christ comes back. Like the sisters pulled. Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord, because that day when Christ comes back is going to be darkness. You understand? So the disciples are asking, how are we going to know that these times are coming? How are we going to know that the end of the world is coming?
Right.
Keep reading.
When shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? Verse 4. And Jesus answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. Verse 5.
Take heed that no man deceive you, meaning your Christian pastors, these men saying that they are the son of Christ and or Christ reincarnated, all of that. Keep reading.
For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many.
They shall deceive many, meaning the masses of people will be deceived. You understand? That's why the scripture says what? 2/3 of Israel will be cut off. Where are the masses of our people now? In the Christian church.
Right.
You're damn right. Many will come in the name of the Lord.
Right.
And many will be deceived. You understand? The few are here who actually follow Christ. You understand? The few are the ones who walk that narrow path into that straight gate. You understand? Keep reading.
And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars.
And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. You shall hear of Russia clipping up and teaming up with Venezuela. You're gonna hear with Italy. Who did Italy just tag on with? China, if I'm not mistaken. Or it's either China or Russia or somewhere like that. Italy tagging on with China. North and South Korea coming back together. Iran sending bombs in Persia, getting ready to go to war with America. You understand? The ambassadors of these other nations will according to the scriptures, the ambassadors of these other nations will eventually come together and say, let's go after that beast. Why? Because if America is going to be able to destroy Venezuela like it's doing now, guess what Venezuela is going to eventually, not Venezuela, but if America is going to destroy the Middle Easterns, Iran and Iraq and the Muslims over there, guess what eventually what they're going to do? Even though they hate each other, I forget the name. I think it's like the Sinhook Muslims or something like that.
The Shia.
The Shia and Sin.
And
The Sunni. If eventually ambassadors from the Sunni will go to the Shia and say what? Well, we got a common enemy now. This America is too goddamn great. It can destroy us and then destroy you. So we should come together. And then we should come together with Russia. And then we should come together with China. Why? Because America has been the devil to every goddamn body.
That's right.
And these other nations are getting tired of it. They're tired of this superpower who got rich off of slavery and now is bullying everybody else. They getting tired. Didn't America owe Japan like $2 trillion or something like that? Never paid them for it. $7 trillion, never paid them for it. They're going to get tired of it. They're getting tired of America, and the ambassadors will eventually come together and say, we're going to fight against this man. You understand? Keep reading.
Verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars.
And you'll hear wars and rumors of wars. Keep reading like you hear today.
See that ye be not troubled.
See that you be not a Christian, scared to death, shaking in your boots. Oh, we're going to war. I'm not with America. Yes, you are. Celebrating Christmas, you are with America. You understand? Keep reading.
For all these things must come to pass.
All of these things must happen. Keep reading.
But the end is not yet.
The end is not yet. You understand? Keep going.
Verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom
Keep going.
against kingdom.
Nation shall rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom. These countries are going to start rising in battle against each other. Keep reading.
And there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in divers places.
And there shall be famine and pestilence and earthquakes in places that it wasn't ever there before. In diverse places. You're going to start to hear, like you just heard last week, 5 earthquakes in North Carolina and Tennessee in the span of 24 hours. That's something that's unreal. It's surreal. We never heard of that before.
And one in Utah, of all places.
And one of Utah. You're going to start to hear pestilence. The locusts are going to start trembling and running rapid. You'll have coronavirus plagues coming around and wiping America out. You understand? You'll start to hear these things, but it's not the end. It's not over yet. Keep going.
All these things are the beginning. Verse 8, all these things are the beginning of sorrow.
All these things are the beginning. So you're trembling in your boots now because of the Kung flu? Brother, get out of the Christian church.
That's right.
Because if you can't stand this, brother, sister, you have no idea what the hell the Lord has in store for you.
That's right.
For us, for America. You have no clue. If you are scared of COVID-19, the coronavirus, if you're scared of Iran, the Persians, if you're scared of whatever the hell is here now, you better get into these classes and learn how to defend yourself, how to protect your families, because what's coming next, brother, you understand? Like the sister said, it's a dark day, man. It is not light. Keep reading.
Verse 9. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake.
Meaning when you call on the name of the Most High, these nations are going to start to hate you. They're going to hate you because they're going to know what you're saying is true. And they're going to start to feel it. They're going to start looking for those niggas on the street who was talking about the plagues and the end of the world coming. and they're going to send you up and kill you. You understand? At least that's what they want to do. You understand? Is there any more on that?
Verse 10. And then shall many be offended and shall betray one another and shall hate one another.
Drop that. Give me Revelation. Oh, Mahaya, what you had? Real quick. Giannis, give me Revelations 11 and 14.
You said Joel 1, right?
Did I? Or Joel 1?
Yeah, Joel 1.
Yeah, Joel 1 and 1. Read that. We're going to get these last couple scriptures.
The book of Joel, chapter 1, verse 1. The word of the Lord that came to Joel, the son of Pethuel. Verse 2. Hear this, ye old men, and give ear, all ye inhabitants.
Joel 2 and 1.
2 and 1.
Come.
The book of Joel, chapter 2 and verse 1. Blow ye the trumpet in Zion.
In Israel. Keep reading.
And sound an alarm in my holy mountain.
In my holy mountain. What is the mountain? The nation. Sound an alarm again for the nation of Israel. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. Right. Keep reading.
Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble.
Let all the people of the land tremble. Keep reading.
For the day of the Lord cometh.
For the day of Christ. Christ is coming back. Keep reading.
For it is nigh at hand.
For it is nigh. What does nigh mean? It's close. It's here. You understand? Keep going.
Verse 2. A day of darkness.
A day of darkness. Keep reading.
And of gloominess.
And of gloominess. Keep reading.
A day of clouds. And of thick darkness. As the morning spread upon the mountains. A great people. And a strong.
A great people and a strong people. Talking about these other nations. You understand? Keep reading.
There hath not been ever like Salaki. There have not been ever the like.
Salaki, this is going into the future after Christ. You understand? That great people is going to be the nation of Israel.
That's right.
You understand? After we get taken up into them chariots, man, you're going to see a nation of people coming out of them mountains, over them hills, man. You're going to say that, damn, these people are great. You understand? And there'll never be another people like that. Keep reading.
Neither shall be any more after it.
And there'll never be anything like it afterwards. Keep reading.
Even to the years of many generations. Verse 3. A fire devoureth before them.
And there'll be a fire in America, man. And it's going to devour in front of us. We're going to be seeing this. Keep reading.
And behind them a flame burning.
And behind us a flame burning, because America is going to be destroyed by hellfire.
That's right.
Keep reading.
The land is as the Garden of Eden before them. And behind them a desolate wilderness.
And what we're about to bring upon, that new kingdom is going to be like the Garden of Eden, man. It's going to be pure. It's going to be holy, man. It's going to be for us. And behind us, the land that we're leaving is going to be just what the white man wanted it to be. Just what he made it to be, which is desolate, man. Keep reading.
Yea, and nothing shall escape.
And nothing shall escape us, man. You understand? Just like the white man. Just like the white man today. You on child support, he going to get you. You a police officer, he going to come find you. What you got, sis? Oh, the baby. Oh, you got child support payments, he going to come find you. You're a fugitive of the law, he going to come hunt you down, he come get you. So guess what? In this day, it's going to be a people greater than you. And nothing shall flee from them, shall escape them. Keep reading.
Verse 4. The appearance of them is as the appearance of horses.
The appearance of them is as the appearance of horses, meaning glorious. It's what's the word they get for horses? What's the word that they say for horses? Horses can be majestic. You understand? We'll have the appearance of being majestic. You're gonna look at these people like, okay. You're gonna look at them and wonder and engage like you looking at horses. You understand? When you see a herd of horses, something in it just makes you just look, and you're just like, man, look at them horses, man. Nice horses, man. And that's how we gonna look. We're gonna have the appearance of them, except a little bit more mighty than that. Keep reading.
And as horsemen, so shall they run.
And as horsemen, so shall they run. Meaning we will be running as fast as horses. This is in the Bible. You understand? You think Usain Bolt was fast. Wait till you see these men.
That's right.
Running as fast as horses.
That's
Keep reading.
Verse 5. Like the noise of chariots. On the tops of mountains shall they leap.
On the tops of mountains shall they leap. This is going into the bodies that these men are going to have. Man.
That's right.
they are not going to be like your average human that you see today. You understand? They will be able to leap on top of mountains. You understand? Keep reading. Well, what you got?
It's like real quick. Whenever I hear that, I think about, I don't know if y'all remember
Crackdown?
the Hulk, the first Hulk.
Oh yeah, the Hulk.
When he first realized how far he can jump.
Right.
He was jumping far as a mother.
Right. And just a backdrop on this, when America is being destroyed according to the Bible, the Most High is going to pick us up in them chariots.
That's right.
And when we're going up, our bodies are going to be changed. You understand? We're going to get our bodies differently, and this is what the book of Joel is talking about.
That's right.
You understand? That's why the scriptures say, and in that day, right now he's calling for fishers, and they shall fish men. But in that day he'll call for hunters, and they shall hunt men, and hunt them from out of the rocks, and out of the cliffs of the rocks, and out of the hiding places. And we'll be doing it with these new bodies. That's why right here it's saying, and no man shall escape them. And what are those rocks? When them nuclear bombs is dropping down and World War III is going in, what are them white people going to be? Where your white friends going to be at? Bunkers. And then nuclear bunkers, saving themselves from nuclear warfare. They're going to be slaves too. And we're going to be the ones to go get them. Because somebody has to build the new kingdom. We want the new kingdom to come about, right? We want our buildings and our structures, and we want to build everything, right? Who's going to build it? I'm not building nothing else. I'm not working for no other paint company. I'm not selling not one more goddamn gallon of paint. Somebody else is going to sell that goddamn paint, and it's not going to be my brother. There's a whole lot of rich white people out there, though.
That's
Up in them bunkers and up in them mountains, man, living like cavemen, and we going to go get them. Keep reading. Verse 5.
Like the noise of a flame of fire that devoured the stubble, as a strong people set in battle array. Verse 6.
Go to verse 7.
Verse 7. They shall run like mighty men.
They will run like mighty men. Keep reading.
They shall climb the wall like men of war.
They shall climb the wall like men of war. How many of y'all ever seen the Avengers? Y'all know which one I'm talking about, right? Nah, the Avengers, when the aliens cracked the sky open and they came down with them chariots and them little monster beast looking things, running and climbing up buildings and hunting and doing all that. The white man knows these scriptures are. He fantasizes about it. He makes so many movies about the day of the Lord because he knows it's coming.
That's right.
He makes so many movies about fighting in space because he knows what's coming. He's not an idiot. He knows. That's why Donald Trump is putting how much money into that space fleet? The Space Force, what, $1 trillion or however much money he's putting? Because he knows what's coming. You understand? When they make their movies, they got the UFOs. Where do you think they got that from? In this Bible. You understand? It's in the Bible. It's described exactly how they picture it to be. And them niggas cracking that sky open, coming down to fight against America, that's true also, man. And they're going to do what? Verse 7?
Verse 7. They shall run like mighty men. They shall climb the wall like men of war. And they shall march, every one in his way.
And they'll march in lines. You understand? Babylon is falling. They will march. You understand? This is why the Christian church better sit their ass down and shut up.
That's right.
Get in line. Your Christian pastor does not know anything about the Bible, man. We're training up men to be these men. You understand? Your Christ gonna crack that sky and say, rank up on me, and your Christian pastor gonna be looking like, what the hell does that mean? Meanwhile, the men of the Lord will be ranking up. You understand? Because rank is in the Bible, man. Keep reading.
And they shall not break their ranks.
Whoa. They shall not break their what?
Their ranks.
They shall not break their ranks. You understand? Drop that. Give me we're gonna get one more. Give me oh, go ahead, brother. You already know what I want. Y'all reading it.
Verse 8.
I'm going off my mental. Keep going if it's some more.
Neither shall one thrust another. They shall walk every one in his path. And when they fall upon the sword, they shall not be wounded.
They shall not be wounded, man. Meaning we're going to go to war, man. We're going to march into battle against this man who's been slaughtering our people, been throwing our babies for alligator bait. And when we fall amongst the sword, we shall not be wounded, man, because the Lord gonna be with us, man.
That's right.
This gonna be a different time than in the time of Moses when we just walked out of Israel, out of Egypt, man. It's gonna be a little different. You understand? These bodies that we gonna get gonna be like goddamn Crackdown or Iron Man, whatever the hell you want to call it. You understand? I can't wait for that day. But drop that. Give me where you holding something, Yanazar?
Revelation 11, I think in 3, did you say?
All right, go ahead. Read that.
I'm not sure this is one. I know it's 11, but it says, the book of Revelation, chapter 11, verse 3.
Mm-hmm.
And I will give power unto my 2 witnesses, that they shall prophesy 1,260 days.
I think I wanted Revelation 9 and 12.
9 and 12, kind of.
And by y'all get a Revelations 11 and 14. We done with that. We done with that. 11 and 14. Uh-huh.
The book of Revelation, chapter 9, verse 12.
Uh-huh.
One woe is past.
One woe has passed. What does woe mean? What does woe mean?
Destruction.
Great destruction or war. One woe has passed. One great destruction has passed. Keep reading.
And behold, there come 2 woes more hereafter.
And there becoming 2 woes more hereafter. World 1 had passed. And the prophecy said that 2 more would come. You understand? Mahayar, give me 11, 14.
The book of Revelation, chapter, you said 11?
Mm-hmm.
Chapter 11, verse 14.
Mm-hmm.
The second woe is past.
The second woe has passed. World War II has passed. It came and it passed. You understand? Keep reading.
And behold, the third woe cometh quickly.
And World War III cometh quickly, man. These times that we're reading about in this Bible, you understand, it's coming quickly. It is nigh unto right now, which is why it is so important that we get out of this Christian church. We take our love away from the so-called white man and our loyalty away from America, because now is definitely not the time to anger the Most High.
That's
You
right.
understand? Last year, it's been the time to come into the truth. But right now is the time now, man, to be in the truth even more. For those of you who's even in the truth now, you should be more in the truth now because you're seeing the times. And the scriptures say to make your election sure, man. You want to be 120% sure that I am on the right-hand side of Christ when he comes back to bring destruction on America, man.
That's right.
You want to make sure that you're on the right-hand side. Is there anyone on that, Mahaya? And with that, I'm going to pass the class over to Priest and Officer Number 1.
ISUPK security announcements. We have the ISUPK out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commandant General Yohana. New rules for brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. After 6 months, if a brother or a sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or a sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother or sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. You can find this in Numbers 18 to 21 and Malachi chapter 3, verse 8 through 10.
And Salaki, if you lost your job, that means that the Lord has not given you an increase.
Right.
You don't need to go into your savings account and your rent money to bring it to the school and slide it under the door like your Christian pastor would have you do.
That's
You
right.
lost your money, you may need some damn help yourself.
Right.
You understand? Tithes is for when you get an increase. You
Right.
understand? Keep reading.
Okay. Means 10th in Hebrew is pronounced my Isupk. 10% slot, sir, if I may. But that stimulus check, that would count as an increase though, right?
Yeah. You would pay tithes on that check.
Count.
So what is it, $1,200? You would pay
$120.
Yeah, we pay that. And let me also say this. You understand? Because even with that check, the tithes money you've been paying, you understand, for the money you've been given, it's not going to the Christian church. It's going into the hands of men You understand? Who are righteous is going to do what the money's supposed to do.
Right.
You understand? Which is supposed to bail you out of these times where you don't have it. You understand? All the money, like a lot of us in here, I know a couple of us in here have had to, have help in situations, whether it be with rent, whether it be with gas money, whether it be whatever it is, a bill. When you get that money, you realize it's really just you getting your money back. And that's what tithes is for, man. The tithes is supposed to help the nation, man, help build each other up. So when one of us falls short, the money you've been given and the money the brother's been given is given right back for you to get you back on your feet. So even with that stimulus check, don't look at that check like, oh, this is already not enough. Give the money.
Right.
Whatever you come, after that, you got a bill after that you can't pay. You understand? Contact your camp leader, and we'll figure it out. We'll help you get through that too as well, like we've always done. You understand? Unlike the Christian church and your disgusting pastor.
That's right. So, it means 10th in Hebrew is pronounced by Isupk. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. You give to the treasury department or a teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like to give. Upcoming Holy Convocation, of course, as we know, the Passover has been postponed, not canceled. It has been postponed until further notice. As soon as something changes, the Passover will take place. So, of course, you want to take this time to get even extra flared out, get all your studs and everything, your fly gear, you know what I'm saying, all the earrings, and I know y'all sisters got all kind of makeup and accessories y'all like to add to whatever y'all do.
B12.
Yak, whatever that is. Make sure that y'all have that prepared. Brothers, look extra militant.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Extra, suited and booted for the Passover, because it's going to be glorious when it takes place. You know what I'm saying? So that will be coming up soon.
Right.
Want to remind Akim and Akwathan to check on social media such as isupk.com, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and so on for Isupk events and materials. If a brother wants to be a trooper in the school, then he needs to start wearing all black, which includes black boots, shirts, pants, headband, scarf. Updates. Oh, Salakia. Make sure you're tuning into Commanding General Yohana's updates, right? Commanding General Yohana, who is the true leader of Blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians,
Right.
has been doing the work that your Christian pastor would never do.
Right.
Right? Your Christian pastor right now is under a blanket in the corner of his house somewhere,
That's right.
in the basement, scared to death.
Asking for tithe money.
Right, asking, but he's able to get on FaceTime and IG Live and be like, send in your tithes. You know what I'm saying? We set up a cash app for that. Commander General Yohana has actually been giving you updates on the coronavirus consistently, letting you know what kind of things you should go out and buy, how you should carry yourself, how you can be more prepared to deal with all the craziness that's going on in America right now. So he's been dropping them, like every other day? You know what I'm saying? So you want to keep sometimes twice a day, right? So you want to keep up with that. Has he been posting it on the online classes page, YouTube? Okay, so it's been on the YouTube. So you want to make sure that you are following that and staying updated with those as well. Yes. Twice. And with that, I mod him. Please stand. Wapanya Akudam, which means turn and face the east. We're going to close out with the Lord's Prayer. We're going to start out in the Hebrew. Abenau. Shabbat Shemayim.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Hadash. Hayah. Shamka. Yahweh. Malakutka. Kala'ah. Artizaka. Hayah. Aisha. Ba'aratazah. Hayah. Washemayim. Legananau. Cap. Wasalat now. Gal Waf now. Wasalat now. Gal Waf you now. Gal Ya'ai now. What is I one? How shine now. Mayan. Ra. Kayak. Lakab. Hamalakwa. Waha'ala. 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 Amen. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. Thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our debts. As we forgive our debtors. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. thine is the kingdom.
For thine is the kingdom,
And the power.
and the power,
And the glory.
and the glory, forever.
So be it.
So be it.
So which means to turn. Sisters and shop, please be seated. Men of Israel, we give one courtesy salute to the teacher. Men of Israel, Imam Shabbat, Ahmadi, Barak,
Yahweh Shabbat,
Y'all give a time. So to the sisters, Ahmadium, which means to stand. Men of Israel, we give one courtesy salute to the sisters. Men of Israel, Imam Shabbat, Ahmadium, Barak, Yahweh Shabbat, Y'all give a time. Class dismissed. Motion in place.
Stop on the beat, so boom.
I got some shit.